Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. It's Teacher Faith David here once again. I know it's been a while since I posted some content here, but all is well and there's nothing to actually worry about. Now, today I want us to talk about a very heated discussion in our modern society, which is actually an emerging issue right now. I want us to talk about how early childhood experiences shape a person's personality. Well, I know there's so many things which create a person's personality, and among those things are the role of nature versus nurture. Oftentimes, psychologists have argued which among the two plays a bigger role. And in so much as character traits are genetically determined, I think the environment in which we find ourselves in can greatly determine the effects of those personalities and character traits on our lives. This narrows down to how we are personally socialized by different socialization agents. So the socialization agents are people or groups responsible for our socialization during childhood. They include family, school, peers, and to a greater extent, the mass media. So today, let us talk about one of the most influential agents of socialization, the family. We're going to talk about the role of a family as a socialization agent and as the basic socialization agent for that matter. The family is the initial cell of a society. Regardless of its size and nature, the family is considered as the most important agent of socialization for a child. Socialization is a long life process during which we learn about social expectations and how to interact with other people in the society. Socialization occurs throughout our entire life, but one of the most important socialization occurs during our early years, and that is during our childhood. Nearly all behaviors that we consider to be human nature are actually learned, and that is through socialization. So today let us talk about the family as an agent of socialization. We've already said that the family is the most basic agent of socialization because this is where a child is born. This is where a child finds himself or herself in the earliest years of his or her life. Our parents or people who play a parent role in our lives are responsible for teaching us how to function, how to manage close relationships and group life. They provide us with our first system of values, norms, and beliefs. A system which is always a reflection of their own social status. The family assists someone to assimilate with their culture and identify with their community. Having said that, I really know that you have gotten the importance of the family as a socializing agent. Now, it's very important for your child or any child to have a very conducive family life. By this, I don't mean that the child should be pampered, the child should be overwhelmed with love and bouts of.
Love them or hate them, your family is generally regarded as having the greatest impact on socialization. Your immediate family, that is your parents and siblings, affects you the most. Children pick up their parents' political and social views as they tend to repeat whatever is said in front of them. A child's basic personality is formed within their first 3 years of life. Information gets into our brain through our 5 senses, and one of the most crucial way is through the sense of seeing. Now, whatever a child sees or experiences is stored in their brain as scripts and images. He or she may not be able to communicate it at a young age, but through exposure in the coming years, the scripts and images in the brain starts to make sense, and he or she can narrate or react to things that happened at childhood. The interactions during early years are the building blocks that create a foundation for all the future developments. Positive stress, like meeting new people, solving a puzzle, preparing for a test, are healthy for development because they prepare kids to cope with future challenges creatively. Another kind of stress is called toxic stress. This is very harmful for a child's development. If a child is exposed to abuse, neglect, the basic structures of his or her brain get damaged. And without proper intervention, the child is at risk of developing serious psychological and emotional problems like addiction and extreme negative defense mechanisms. Yes, it's possible, very possible to fix some of these damages of toxic stress later on, but I think it's easier, more effective, and less expensive to avoid that in the first place. Giving a child attention is very critical in a child's socialization and development of the basic emotional and social skills. As a parent or a person playing the parent role, you need to be very keen on the tiniest behavioral change in your kid. This is why a young child learning to pay attention, plan ahead, and remember and follow lots of rules like all of us, kids have to react to things happening in and around them while also dealing with the worries, temptations, and obligations on their mind. As these demand for attention pile up, prioritizing tasks as well as managing stress should be a critical thing in their lives. And you as a parent or a person playing the parent role, that is where you come in. We can all agree that to build better futures, we need to build better brains, and this can only be possible during our early years. See you on our next episode as we discuss more about the family as a socializing agent for a child. Goodbye.